Greetings, my fellow zombie slayers. This is Rhadamant here with episode 23 of Project Zomboid Ash Williams series, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's get back to slaying. Every 1,000 zombies I get a res mech. I didn't want to make it too easy for myself. So I'm going to head over to the storage, the self-storage that's just to the north. I do feel a lot safer traversing inside like I am, knowing that there is nearly zero chance that there's zombies inside. I'm not going to say zero because they could have broken doors or whatever and gotten through, but it's not. Oh, I don't need 2 pairs of scissors. It's not that likely that that would happen. Here, scissors, you go on the shelf. Are there ways to completely seal off an area? Yes, there are. And that's kind of what I'm working towards. There's a few different methods that you can totally be protected. And one is to live on the second floor and then to remove access from first to second floor. And that's sort of what I'm working on now. So all these boxes here I can disassemble. Now the only other danger here is I'm indoors in tight spaces and I haven't fully cleared out the area. So there's a possibility that there are zombies in the surrounding area that could be of some danger. Another thing I could do, here, let me close this door, is to, I could disassemble these boxes and then reassemble my own boxes out of their planks. Upcycling. You know, in such a way. So something like this, where I just got 3 planks from these boxes here. And I grab the planks, and then I go carpentry. I build another wooden crate. As you can see, my wooden crates are janky and terrible. But I build another wooden crate, and then I disassemble it again. Right. That would be, quote-unquote, skill grind. It's just building and unbuilding, building and unbuilding. Well, look at this guy. You're not looking so good, man. Gotta put some meat on those bones. Can I build the stairs outside? Yeah, I can build the stairs wherever I want them. Outside, inside. I mean, you can honestly build a base from scratch if you want to. There's really nothing to prevent you from doing that. Building a base from scratch would take you an enormous amount of time. So I guess there's time to prevent you from doing that, but that's it. Just time, energy. The calories of doing that task. Now this is going to make me bored. I should have brought a book with me to fight the boredom. Doing too much carpentry back to back to back to back is a boring thing to do. Hey Yoda. You're on, buddy. But as you can see, the entire barricade wall leveled me up about, I would say, 40% of my level. And just disassembling the furniture I've disassembled so far has done almost the remaining level, right? So disassembling furniture here is... Or building complex furniture if you have the materials, which most of the time you're not, to be honest. But that would definitely be the way to level up, for sure. So I'm going to hit 5 pretty soon as a result of getting rid of all these beds and whatnot. It feels a little bad to break down. Maybe the next bed I see, I should try to keep it. A wooden tower. And then out here I can disassemble the crates I made and then reassemble them. And then disassemble them again. Reassemble. There. Oh, there it is. Carpentry 5. So just a little reminder here, of course, I am working towards Carpentry 7. So if you take a look at the stairs here, or no, actually Carpentry 6. Sorry, I misspoke. Carpentry 6 will allow me to make stairs. Carpentry 7 is also important because that will allow me to make the really nice rain catchers. You like Mr. Bones over here? My pet skeleton? I undoubtedly was the one that put him to final rest. Another thing that's nice is as your carpentry levels up, like as I become a better carpenter, the quality of the items, just like the visible quality of the items that I'm making, will improve. So that's true of fences and walls and all that stuff. You'll actually have nicer looking stuff. So these boxes look like garbage. But as I disassemble and level up, the furniture that I make will start to look nice. You can also make your own beds for more comfort once you're high enough carpentry. Stuff like that. I guess I'll keep some of these door hinges. I'm somewhat glad there's not a lot of there's pretty clearly not a lot of zombies around because I've just been more or less left alone here. Easy to forget. Thanks for the follow. It is easy to forget streamers that you like, but I appreciate that you have not forgotten. Welcome to the stream, man. The Carpentry stream. I feel like Bob Vila. And then once we get Carpentry 6, I'll start working towards setting up my the second floor of the base. One question I have is, does anyone know the radius at which you start to suffer penalties when you're near corpses? Like the health penalties? Because I don't know that off the top of my head. But I would like to know. How hungry I am. Very hungry. I'd eat, but I don't trust that I'm losing weight yet. I've just leveled off here. Oh, fat ash. That almost sounds like a different word when they call him fat ash. But he is a bit of a fat ash. I'm sure I have a trowel in my base already for farming. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's also getting late in the day. Surprisingly, I'm very, very surprised by this. My guy hasn't gotten bored of carpentry. I really would have expected him to be bored by now. He's thirsty, but not bored. Well, it's getting dark, and as a net result, dangerous to continue doing this. So I will finish up. This will be the last that I grab. When his skills goes up, does he start to enjoy it more? I don't think so. I don't think that's a thing. I think it's more the fact that, like, I'm in and around... Uh-oh, I'm legitimately starving now. I'm in and around zombies to make it interesting. I'm also outdoors, and that's a little bit more interesting as well. But I could be BSing you. I don't really know why I'm not bored yet. But I don't mind. Okay, let's head home for drink, for food. Move that last Jenny. I could. Hammering nails in the dark, what could go wrong? Oh, nothing could go wrong. So I'm wasting away, starving, and now I'm holding a 40-kilo generator. Lift with your knees and not with your back. Okay, just pick up the generator through the fence, because that's how physics work. Hey, Bubble. Oh, damn ya. Welcome. Always a pleasure to have you on stream. And good morning, Cheese. For all of you that might be interested, I will be streaming with Cheese here, that's in chat, tomorrow. Playing some Valheim. If such things interest you. And you're always welcome to tune in for that as well. 7 to midnight. Tomorrow, yeah, like normal, right? Alright, so here's the other generator. So now I have 4 generators. I'm actually becoming damaged about how hungry I am, so let's turn that pattern around. Chili, peas, sardines. I'm gonna have canned tuna. I deserve it. Now I'm just trying to stave off the starving. So I'm still very hungry. Let's have one more canned tuna. Like I'm a cat or something. Okay, there we go. I'm hungry, but not starving. That's fine. Nice. And the door hinges and doorknobs I grabbed so that I can build with them later. Oh, that box is full. It'll be really nice when I own upstairs. I can get up there and I can actually organize some of the stuff, because I do know that probably my lack of organization here is driving some of you, like, truly batty. But just the way it is. Hey, Yoda. There you go. You're on, buddy. For record, it's been 1 month, 3 days, 16 hours, 829 zombies, and my best friend, the lead pipe. Again, I know it takes a little while because of the amount of searching that I've done, but backups will be required. And no sludge yet. Lava monster! I've killed you in the molten core before, but welcome to the stream. Here, little red for the lava monster. Kind of bugs out the green screen, but whatever. Lava monster. No sludge yet, no. But we're not even worrying about a sludge anymore, Cheese. We're just trying to get to the second floor. Sludge be damned. I'll find it when I find it. When I find it, I'll probably not need it. We're probably going to sleep till like 10 a.m. So, just to fill in everybody that is in chat, basically what we decided to do. Whoa, only to 6? Dang, alright. Guess I wasn't that tired. What we decided to do is to use the barricading methods in order to secure the second floor rather than to destroy the stairs. You've been following YouTube for a while? Well, welcome to Twitch. So, if you have a car that is right up against a door or wall or whatever, it stops zombies from destroying or interacting with that door, wall, window, etc. And that's going to be the method that we use to stop zombies from accessing the second floor. I would have liked to do it via sledgehammer, but we haven't found a sledgehammer. So rather than hinging all of my efforts on something I can't seem to find, if you would prefer me to call you Aldemia rather than Bubble, I'm good with either. Sometimes you message me under Bubble, I don't know. If anyone has nicknames, it's tough to try to keep everyone's names straight. Like I had someone pop into the stream yesterday who I used to play video games with way back in the day when I played Rust, and I couldn't even perfectly recall his name. Now I know it. I remember playing with him and, you know, mutual friends like Casey and others, but my name recall isn't perfect. I try, but it's not perfect. So once my carpentry is high enough, I'll actually make crates that are this pretty, which is going to be kind of nice. Hey, Saichi. Welcome. 9 months. It's a baby. So Weird Beard, the reason why I'm not going to go to McCoy's is I had a poll about the rules of this series, and one of the rules that we decided on is that I will be in West Point and stay in West Point. Now, I've fudged those rules a little bit because I've definitely gone to Valley Point, which is like what, Eastern West Point, but I haven't really gone any further than that. And that's going to be one of these, like, I'm not really leaving West Point. So there is a hardware store left in West Point that I have not yet explored. But that hardware store tends to have, like, groceries and canned goods. It doesn't really have tools. It's not a tool hardware store, even though it's called a hardware store. It's weird. But that's on the map. So if you want to consult the map here, it's just !map. Now, with that all said, there is a sizable amount of... just northwest of my current location, there is a ton of garages that could have sledgehammers, and then there's some construction sites in Valley Point that could have sledgehammers. So I could still find a sledgehammer. That's a possibility, but I have searched a ridiculous amount of terrain, and I guess there's also the you know, the mall, but the mall probably has like 500 zombies or 1,000 zombies in it. Aldemia, thanks for all the gifted subs. And to some regulars, too, like Sir Ice Mage. I always like to see that. Another thing I'll mention, now that I have all of your attention, if you want to be part of this community, and there's quite a lot of us that just sort of like hang out offline, Discord's the place. So I don't really know if you guys are looking to find people to play games with, talk about shared experiences, you know, talk about mods and gameplays and challenges and that kind of stuff, but Discord is the place to be. Another thing that I do for Discord, especially if you're a sub, is, and this is going to happen this week actually, yeah, or just share pictures of pets like this little guy, is I'll have, you know, my Twitch subs can submit games for me to play. So if you have any games that you're like, oh, you know, I'm curious about this, what I tend to do is I'll have an open sort of suggestion box from time to time for subs and Patreon patrons where they submit games and then we just vote on it. So I'm playing Project Zomboid because it won in the polls. I'm playing Stationeers on Wednesday because the last time there was a poll up, they left it as my choice, and there was just enough people that wanted more Stationeers content, because my last series on it on YouTube was like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. So that's why I'm playing Project Zomboid and Stationeers. Other things that have been on the poll recently have been Crusader Kings 3 and Dyson Sphere Program, so those might make it to the stream soon. Valheim with subs multiplayer, I'm already doing that. I'm doing that with 2 of my subscribers. Cheese, who was just typing in the chat here, although I don't know how to point to chat. What direction is chat? I guess it's this way? No, that way? That way. Chat. Yeah. So yeah. There's also the possibility of... Actually, another thing that Cheese does is he will host, from time to time, community servers for stuff. So we've had community servers for Rust and Ark, and Cheese, what other community servers have you hosted? Rust, Ark, stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, if you're ever looking for people to play with, you know, Discord is a good place to find people for that. 7 Days to Die and The Island. Oh yeah, I never really joined you for The Island. 7 Days to Die, or yeah, 7 Days to Die, obviously, because that was a whole series that we did on Twitch. The like 7 of us. I wonder if let me see. No, Damien's not here. I just tried to @ him. You love the Stationeers content? Well, thanks. I really enjoy it. I'm not trying to... It's pseudo-tutorial. It's not perfect tutorial, because God knows I'm dying a lot and having things blow up on me. But Stationeers is also one of those games that, like, it requires so much focus that if I was to be focusing on Stationeers the level that it required, it would be very boring to stream. So you kind of have to be a little fast and loose. But it has been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy that game a lot. But word from the... Well, I don't know if I'm going to call myself wise, but word from me, if you're interested in a game like Stationeers, just know that there is a lot, like a ridiculous amount of stuff for you to learn about the game before it becomes enjoyable. The learning curve of that game is steep enough that your first 15, 20 hours, I mean, it depends if you play games like it, but your first whatever amount of time that you want to... It's going to be frustrating. It just is. Because the controls, the UI, just everything's going to feel a little foreign and be more complicated than you want to deal with. So it's not one of those games that you can just like turn on and expect to have a blast on day one, because it is complex. The nice boxes are built at 7. Yeah. I'm just working towards 6 for the stairs though. Once I get stairs, like everything changes for me here. So I'm just trying to grind to 6. And I'm about a third of the way there. Oh, that's some gunfire. Let me just smoke a cigarette. Even in the Steam listing, it's like, this is not a casual game. It is not. What's funny is in the in some of the YouTube comments I've been getting for that, people will be like, "Oh, is this just a Space Engineers ripoff?" And I'm like, nope. Definitely not. I own Space Engineers, and no, this game is nothing like Space Engineers. Does the bug of not being able to harvest resources happen often? No, it really doesn't. And it wouldn't be a problem if I wasn't streaming it, because I would just like save and load, which doesn't take too long. It's more the fact that I'm streaming it, which is a problem, because normally you would just, yeah, save and load and be fine. But it gets annoying if you're doing it on stream. Yes, Space Engineers is a very casual game. It goes in a bit of depth, but it's not like a game where it's like, oh, you're dehydrated, you're dead. Oh, you overpressurized something, you exploded, you're dead. Like, it's not a game that's going to kill you quite like Stationeers. Stationeers is a game that I feel like is just hardcore engineering, always trying to kill you. I think that's a pretty fair assessment, I'd like to think. Yeah. The Stationeers is actually, the developer said it himself. It's a continuation, or it was inspired by Station 13. Not Space Engineers or any of those other games. So he himself says, I was, you know, inspired by Station 13, which is a game I've actually never played. But much the way that, like, RimWorld was inspired by... Because I remember when RimWorld first released, and everyone's like, oh, this is just prison architect all over again. I'm like, what? Prison Architect and RimWorld are nothing alike. They might have similar graphical styles, but no. RimWorld is like Dwarf Fortress. Exactly. It's not like Prison Architect. But I remember reading one of the reviews for, the early reviews for RimWorld, and it was someone, you know, all those websites like IGN, they're jank. I mean, honestly, most of the reviews are bought and paid for anyway, I'd imagine. And then these sort of like indie classics, the ones that are like games that are much beloved, tend not to be reviewed all that well because they require you to get into the game. It's the same as like this game, right? Like Project Zomboid. If you were just like a paid by the hour reviewer, you'd load in this game and be like, I don't know, it has promise, and then like you'd write a review of like, it's a little buggy and there's not much to do in it. It's like, yeah, it's because you didn't actually explore the game. So yeah, that's another aspect that you have to keep in mind is a lot of the game reviews read between the lines because a lot of it was just like, I was too lazy to figure out what to do. You know, I feel like a lot of the RimWorld reviews that I've read in the past were literally just that. It's like, I'm too stupid to figure out this game or too lazy to figure out this game, so I'm going to vote it that it's not a good game. It's like, no, you're just not a good reviewer. And, you know, you guys know from me, I will spend the time required to actually get good, you know, or at least try to. So, but I do tend to play games that are just like punishingly complex. That's my cup of tea. Sometimes it is nice to play games like Valheim, which are just not complex from time to time, just to not cook the brain a bit. Because, you know, playing games like RimWorld and Oxygen Not Included too much will it's not relaxing. Like, you can't, I guess maybe late game Stationeers, a late game Project Zomboid, when you're really well set up and you're not really worried about resources or whatever, it can be relaxing. But I wouldn't, this is not a relaxing game. And if you're finding it relaxing, your difficulty's not on high enough. Where would I rate Outer Wilds? Outer Wilds is one of those games that I thought, I mean, it has no replay ability, basically, unless you want to like find all the like Easter eggs. There's really just no reason to replay it more than once. But it was a very charming game. It was a very cute, unique game. I would definitely suggest it to friends as like something to check out. On the other hand, I know that some people just hate puzzle games and they just have no patience for it. So Outer Wilds to me feels like a natural successor of like Myst and Riven more than other puzzle games. I don't know. But it was a pretty puzzling puzzle game, that's for sure. Yeah, Oxygen Not Included doesn't necessarily have to be a game that cooks your brain, but it depends on how complex you're doing things. Like even this game, you know, Project Zomboid, you're... Oh god, I have so many moodlets going on right now. Alright. Chill, dude, chill. Here's antidepressants. Oh, I ran out of matches. Can't I use the... It's too bad I can't just use this propane torch. Oh, that's actually a full propane torch. I'll take that. All right, let's do something else before my guy decides to be permanently depressed. So this is exactly what I warned. If you do the same thing for too long, your guy gets super bored and hates life. Clearly was not a tradesman in his past life. Oh, come on, you keep getting full refunds on wooden crates. How can I say no? Oh god, full refund again. Yeah, look at this XP grind. There you go. See, now you can walk away. You didn't get full refunds, so you can walk away. This is what extreme break risk looks like. I'm starving, I'm tired, I'm bored, I'm severely depressed, I'm anxious, and I'm moist. Moist. Tangier, I did not get the sledgehammer, but I'm not trying for the sledgehammer anymore. I've decided to go another route, so as to not drive myself batty. Alright, so what could I do? I can read a book, maybe 2, given my depression levels. I can drink a beer. Yep. I need to get a source of fire for the cigarette. But I bet if I just right click... Nope. Come on. Really? No lighters or matches around here? Because if there's a fire source in the box near you, it should allow you to smoke, but I might have to search them. I think it's being annoying. No. There's no way I'm out of light sources. There just isn't. Here's some matches. Books cure all. Yeah, they do. Oh, that box is full. This tent kit will be good when I live on the roof. It will be a guaranteed way to get a bed up there. Because the couches and stuff, sometimes when you try to move them, they'll break. And you won't be able to move them. The tent kits, you can put wherever you want. And it's not gonna fail you. Alright, tuna time. Is it 300 viewers? My stats don't update. I don't even usually look at the viewers. I just look at what you guys are saying. So that's news to me. Hey, hydrate. Cheers. $300 viewers watching me become increasingly depressed and sad. I'm not sad now, I'm just bored. Just a little bored. Well, if I'm just bored, I'm not even going to worry about reading the book. I will go to sleep. I'm bored and fat. Yep. It's fair. I don't know if I'm increasingly fat anymore. I'm 93 and it should be dropping. I don't want to become obese because the problem with becoming obese... Oh god, is it dark? Here, let me just turn these on. Given that I have perimeter, a well-established perimeter now, it doesn't hurt me to... Actually, do you guys know if you have a penalty sleeping in the light? Like if it hurts your sleeping? I don't think that's a thing. But in case it is, I will go to sleep in the dark. I know for me in real life, I am so photosensitive to light that there's just no way I can sleep with like light. It'll wake me up. I'm gonna grab a little bit of refresh for coffee while I back this up, but I'll give you over to Yoda, my lovely assistant, the star of the show, the one, the only, floppy, or not even floppy, the opposite of floppy-eared Yoda. It only affects the sleeper perk? Okay. The rigid-eared Yoda. Yeah, I was trying to think of a word that wasn't too descriptive. All right, so I'm going to sleep. Where's my couch? I don't even know where the couch is. No, don't sleep on the ground. Where's my couch? Here. Sleep. Okay, while I'm AFK for a second, I'm going to give you something to watch. I'm going to put a bunch of carrots in here so that you can watch him eat. Yoda's out of snacks? Here, one more. All right. I am back. I know. It's upsetting. Life was better when I was away. I'll leave Yoda up for a bit, though. So, Mr. Ash, if you thought you were bored making crates, I have bad news for today. It's going to be more crate making. What kind of dog is Yoda? He's a mix. He's a mutt. He is Maltese, Poodle, and Italian Greyhound mix. A weird little dude. Don't worry, I'll keep the doggo on. He can be on a little bit as a mea culpa for me running. I also went to the bathroom, so grabbed coffee, went to the bathroom. Yes, he does look a bit like a Bichon Maltese mix as well. We actually had to, oh, very bored. We had to DNA test him to figure out what he was. The wife and I were, like, guessing for multiple years. We were thinking maybe Chihuahua, given his ears, because he has pointy ears, you know? And Malteses all have floppy ears. So we didn't know what mix he was. But then I did I got a little, like, dog DNA test done on him. And it turns out he's Italian Greyhound, which is the small Italian Greyhound. I mean, they're not Greyhounds. Italian Greyhounds are, like, the size of miniature pinchers or something like that. But if you look up Italian Greyhound, if you look up Italian Greyhound Poodle mixes, they have ears kind of like his. Now this generator is half fuel. That's fine. Did I use 23andMe? Not on him. He's not a human, so I don't think that would have worked. Oh, you know what I just realized? This shipping container here is full of crates, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I don't really like being in, like, tight quarters like this, because it would be very easy for a zombie to walk up on you. Yeah, I have a cousin that has an Italian Greyhound. He doesn't look like an Italian Greyhound, obviously. Yoda is only a quarter Italian Greyhound, and he basically just inherited the ears of them. And maybe a little bit of the personality. Can you shut the door? I don't think there is a door. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There is a door. Well, now, the only problem with this is if, like, a sizable swarm walked up, without a sledgehammer, there's nowhere to go. Yeah, Maltese Poodles will look like Yoda, minus the ears. The ears is what makes him different. So you got to mix a little Italian Greyhound in and hope that they inherit the cartilage for the ears or whatever. Oh god, that made me jump. I'm glad that I have Yoda on his cam, because it would have been a little embarrassing to be jump scared. And because it always gets asked when those events happen, those events are random. It doesn't mean that there's anyone out there. Those sound events, all they serve to do is they shuffle zombies around the map a bit. So that if you've cleared places out but haven't secured them with like barricades or whatnot, you might get zombies back in there. Build crates across the door until I'm ready to leave. I could. I mean, that would be the wise thing to do. Alright, let's take a look at the skill. Oh yeah, I'm getting pretty close to 6. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. It has been a grind and a half, but it's a lot of experience gain that I will never have to do again, so there is some advantage. Let's empty these out. If you hold shift and use your mouse wheel, you can switch between looting items without having to like click on them individually. Ash smash. Smash them boxes. And then F6, which is a little dangerous to use unless you're in a secure environment, but F6 is basically the hotkey of finish the current task until it's done, like transition time until you're done with whatever you're currently working on. It's very, very, very easy to get bit by zombies when you use it too much. So that's why I'm saying it's a little dangerous. You don't want to like over abuse the whole work on task till done, because it won't stop you from being eaten by zombies, but it can be pretty handy. So I'm just trying to power through this as fast as I can for your all benefit. Because once I get those stairs, I will need a bait car. I will need a vehicle that I have the keys to, because I don't have the requisite skill for hot wiring. As I believe hot wiring is 2 mechanics, 1 electrical. Anyone in chat want to confirm? But I have 0 mechanics, so it's either 2 mechanics, 1 electrical, or 2 electrical, 1 mechanics. I can never remember which is which. But all I know is I don't have enough mechanical skill to do it anyway. Yeah, I did get cut up once. It wasn't a bite, but I got slashed once in this series because I fast forwarded while reading. It's a little less risky if you're like way out in the open. The wiki says 2 mech, 1 elect. That rings true from my memory. So you got to be careful fast forwarding time. But if you're in a secured area, like if you're on the 2nd floor of a building that you've secured and there's no way up for the zombies, then fast forward all you want. There's no risk. Zombies won't spawn. So in this series, I have zombie respawning off, but when zombie respawning is on, they don't spawn in the area that you're in until you've not been in that area for 72 hours. So any area that you've cleared out in game that has, you know, won't get zombies for 72 hours. So, you know, the chunk, quote unquote, if you're familiar with like Minecraft chunks are probably what people are most familiar with. So if you're familiar with the concept of chunks, no zombies will spawn in your chunk for 72 hours as long as you've been there within 72. So then the only way for there to be zombies is for them to be shuffled around. But then also they won't spawn in secured areas. So even if I did leave my base, let's say I secured my 2nd floor and leave, they're not going to be able to spawn on the 2nd floor. That's not a valid area position for them to spawn in a secured spot. So once secured, always secured is a way to think about it. I bet I can disassemble these nice blue chairs for the remainder of my skill. How close am I? Yeah, I'm ridiculously close. These are pretty chairs. And couches. It's getting late in the day. My guy's getting depressed. But we're almost there. Oh god, the light level. Oh, it's so close. It's tantalizing. I feel like Tantalus. There's nothing safe about what I'm doing right now. Oh, there it is! Woo! Boom! Grab the nails. I'll grab them when I have light. I have no idea what I'm doing. Because I can't see anything. So now, what I need to do is I need to grab, well, I need to start reading Carpentry 7. So that the carpentry I continue to work on benefits me to its most degree. And then build stairs. Reader 1 and Eric Norseman. Thanks for the follows, by the way. Alright, let's treat our dude right. Are we losing weight yet? Yeah, we're losing weight. Good, good, good. Let's celebrate the achievement of leveling up with a bit of bourbon. So I'm gonna drink half. That's gonna make me real drunk. A half a bottle of bourbon is kind of a lot of bourbon. Keep the planks, I'm gonna need them? Yes, I know. I know. I need 15 planks for stairs. And then to secure the stairs, I'm gonna need... Oh, there goes all of my weight loss. That's okay. I'm just a bit tipsy. Now, there is a strategy to keep partial bottles of bourbon. Keep the... Oh, man, that's just pure calories with no nutrients. But keep the booze in them so you can make Molotov cocktails. And let's grab a can of beans. Because they're good for your heart. And the more you eat. And I'm grabbing beans because I know I can warm them up. No mods. I am not playing with any mods. Retry. On all of my streams, all you have to do is !mod, and it will tell you whether I have mods on or not. And if I have mods, it will tell you what kind of mods. Gotta be plural, Trustin. Close. Gotta be plural. And surprise, surprise, there are no mods used. Because, yeah. This is a mod-free alpha or beta 41 series. So I'm on the... I will back up my save 41. And yes, I am microwaving myself a bit of beans. Fresh cooked. I'm going to let them heat up a little bit more. I'm not going to eat the whole thing, actually. So I'm going to let them get close to burning because they get cold so quickly. Which is not true. In real life, like, baked beans are like molten lava for a long, 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 long time if you overcook them. Yeah, they got cold right at the end there, but whatever. Smoke a ciggy. Beans and toast? What are you, British? Seems like a British food. No offense to any of the Brits here in the channel, but I think you Britons are known for your bad food. I know it's just cultural preference or whatever, but... British food... I don't know how Chef Ramsay does it, because I think British food is, like... some of the ugliest... I'm not saying it tastes bad, but there is no concept of nice plating. Alright, before we go to sleep, I'm going to fully read this book, because our guy is pretty sad. And books are the cure-all for sadness. All right, there we go. Now we're just a bit weepy. Don't apologize for it. It's true. I'm not trying to be racist or whatever, but because there's other foods that I find relatively unappetizing, like Eritrean or Ethiopian food. I just don't like soggy pancakes. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. Never has, never will. You know, there's some other foods that, you know, cuisines that I don't care much for, but it's just personal preference. I'm not saying you're wrong for liking it. Just saying it doesn't work for me. If you've ever had Eritrean or Ethiopian food, you know I don't mean actual pancakes. They have like, it'd be sort of like pita bread, but it's just like soggy and spongy. And that's like pretty typical Ethiopian food. And I just can't stomach it. It just makes me nauseous. I'm sure if I was raised on it, it would be different, but I wasn't, so it's not. And sleep. Yeah, it's also possible that it's just... I know where I live now, like a lot of foreign food is just not focused on much. Like I wouldn't say I'm in the deep south, but I am in the south. And there's not there's just not a lot of, there's not a lot of cuisine here in the south that is really good other than like barbecue and whatnot, right? So, you know, if I really wanted good, let's say I grew up in a place with a significant Irish, Italian, and Greek population. So finding really good Irish, Greek, or Italian food was really easy. I grew up near Boston, you know, so it was very simple to find amazing food of those cuisines. Where I live now, it's all like Olive Garden and Applebee's and Chili's and stuff like that. That's more or less what I live around now. So trying to find like delicious cuisine is just difficult. Yeah. Glitch and I live in the same state. We're both North Carolina. So unless you like North Carolinian barbecue, some of the bigger cities around here will have more options, but I don't live near any big cities. You know, and it's not like we're far enough south to get the Creole, French, and Haitian influenced. You know, there's just not much. That's all I can say. It's a limited selection. All right, so now I did say that I should read the next Carpentry book that comes after this, but I think I'm going to do it after I build the stairs. The stairs are going to come first because we've been waiting for them for forever. So in order to build stairs, I'm going to need 15 planks. So I'm just collecting the planks in and around the base here. Because you know, there's not maybe 15 here, but there's 15 between here and next door. Or I could just cut down more trees. But I think it should be pretty easy to find 15. And then I think what I'm going to do is set up the stairs outside of the base. As odd as that's going to look, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get the stairs positioned correctly. So I'm going to set them up like out here, where it's not going to be too close to the driveway. But it's going to be easy for me to barricade. So we'll put it here. So I have 7 of 15 planks so far. Cheers, Aruku. You wanted me to remind you? Oh, yeah. So I'm at 829 kills. But I really haven't been focusing on kills. I am still overweight. No, I even gained weight. I was down to 89 and I went up 4 kilos because I ate some TV dinners and stuff like that. So first things first, just to make the base nice and tidy, or the bottom floor. I wouldn't really call the bottom floor my base because I'm not planning on living down here, but I'll use, because as you can see, there's plenty of material. This is 7, so that's 14. I just need one more plank other than this. So the mass destruction of furniture in the bottom floor is going to make it really easy to build the stairwell. Because we are done. Row 1 is cardio? No, I'm more of a Tallahassee. Where was it? Where was, I'm trying to remember where they were all from. But I'm more of a, Woody Harrelson-esque zombie survivor. Columbus, Wichita, Tallahassee, and something else. Yeah, what was the... I forget this something else, but whatever. So here are stairs. As you can see, you can set it up like this. Let me get all the planks, because it's kind of being a pain of me setting this up. It's going to crush my spine, but whatever. There we go. Let's put it right where the AC unit is. Little Rock, that's it, that's it. Thank you. So now, with stairs, as long as I'm careful, because I could fall off these stairs, they don't have railings or anything. I am on the 2nd floor. Woo! Woo! So as you can see, this factory facility doesn't actually have a concept of a 2nd floor. But one of the advantages is, if I live up here... Oh, for real? Come on, just open up. I can open up these windows and build on the inside to be protected from the rain, if it lets me. All these windows, I'll have to break these windows or something. But we're on the 2nd story now. I can start a farm. I can start organizing my gear. I can start to secure the stairwell so that zombies can't get up here. Oh, there we go. Don't climb through that window, though. Dude. Let's add a rope. There we go. So there's a sheet rope. I'm gonna have to start collecting sheet ropes too. There we go. I can sheet rope there. So now zombies cannot climb up and down sheet ropes, but I can. So I can go up to the 2nd floor very easily now. And if I punch out the windows, you know, it's a good time. Now, plumbing is going to be a little bit more difficult because if I want to set up plumbing up there, I need a 3rd floor, but like I'll get to that. So here's a question for you all. What should I work on? Secure the stairs, organizing loot upstairs, building a 2nd floor, or start farming. I know that you all have submitted goals for me, but none of those goals, I will get to those goals, I promise, but none of these goals include building the 2nd floor, not really. So I do have 4 outstanding goals. We already voted on one of them, which was glitches, so I'm gonna mark that as complete. But Cruzio, Sendrak, and Klein all have their own goals, but I think this poll takes precedent. So I'm gonna have you all vote in this poll here. Another thing I'm gonna need to do is to break down the vending machines that were in here, because I don't want to power them on. I'm likely to move my generator up to the 2nd floor just so that I can fuel it up without, you know, the danger of being eaten or whatever, but Ooh, another gunfire. I didn't jump at that one. You can't scare me. So, securing the stairs, that goal is going to require me to wall off around the stairwell, add a door, and then block that door off. just to let you know what's involved in there. Organizing loot upstairs would mean either building boxes or moving boxes from first floor to second floor. It does mean I'll have to find a car that I can move. Yes, that is exactly what that means. I'll need a car that I can park to block off zombies from being able to access my stairwell. Thank you all for watching episode 23 of the Ash Williams Project Zomboid series. If you have any feedback for me or questions about this series, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that there's 2 hours yet to air of this stream. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need, or follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rhadamant5186. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.